I've been waiting hours to do this. Shut up, game. Okay, so the way I should do it is go right here and take this path. And then when I get here, probably take this path, because for some reason this path seems to only go to the ending I already have, so this path just kind of sucks. But then I should take this path and then take either of these paths. It doesn't really matter which one, but whatever. What I want to do is just go right here and not fuck with any of this stuff yet, and just start here and get both of these endings, and then go back up here and deal with this stuff. I just want to see what the other endings are. On the other hand, I am aware that there are there's a total of 5 endings. I assume that there's, well, I mean, you got the things here, but you know, we have this one, which is whatever. And something happens here to branch. I don't know what that is because I haven't taken this path yet. Same thing here. This branches, but I have no idea what happens. We'll have to wait until we get to that point before we can figure that part out. Now that said, I do kind of want to know what happens in these segments. But after the ending that we experienced yesterday, I just want to see what other endings there could possibly be. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't think it could get much worse than what we saw. But I'm sure it can somehow. So I just want to see if either of these endings are even remotely fucking better. So, yeah.
One, two, three, four. All right, 7 pieces.
This is actually really awkward because we've already seen this. So it's like, I just kind of want to get through it.
We need.
This is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Oh no, I liked the, well,
right.
Like is, how can you like an ending where
First one
everybody
says
dies?
ace
Like,
front.
it's like,
Next.
but it's like,
Over 1.
it was,
Just
I don't even know what word to
I am
use to
not
describe that ending, but it was,
Nobody.
is that a button I can click?
Oh, not Junpei.
Yes.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door.
Nope,
7.
not doing shit. Oh well, it's fine. I don't mind.
Okay, I want.
Okay, so, oh, that's really helpful. It shows me that I've picked door 2 before. That's actually really, really useful. So cool. I think I want to go through door 6 with June.
I want to go through door 6.
Junpei flipped open the piece of paper. It read, Junpei, door 6. Of course it did. He'd written it after all.
That's a problem.
That's interesting because of the whole thing from yesterday, where he like was prepared to like have any possible answer ready to go. Since that was one he actually put in, it just skips over that completely. So you only get the fact that he was a deceiving asshole if you pick 1 or 2. That's interesting. June spoke barely above a whisper, but they all knew what she'd said.
None of these teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6,
And
but our digital route is 5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1.
Ace.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Junpei crossed his arms and did his best to put his thoughts in order. The others followed suit, but with little result. Eventually, Clover broke the silence.
Why don't Seven and Lotus go through door 1 with me?
Her face was cold and flat, as was her voice, but her logic was sound. Seven and Lotus looked at each other. Math. It's fun. First problem resolved, Ace spoke up.
What about me?
Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Yes.
Clover nodded, her face still cold and emotionless. Her attitude and posture could not have been more different than the energetic girl of only a few hours before. No one seemed ready to contradict her. Her response was understandable, given the horrible situation in which she had found herself, but even so.
I understand. I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door and no one will be left behind.
I do like that idea.
This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
Math.
7. Lotus. What do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with it.
Me either.
All right then. We're good to go.
See you later.
I just can't help but
Wait,
wonder.
Clover! Don't move on your own!
Oh, I'll be going too then.
Yeah. Be careful.
Okay.
We should get going as well.
I just can't help but wonder if I just somehow managed to get like the worst fucking ending. I don't feel like I did anything wrong. It's just random based on the door that I picked. Well, it's not random, but like it's like because I picked door 2, I just got a shit ending. Like, I can't help but wonder if that's the case. That's why I'm interested to get to the end of this tree to hopefully get a better ending. At last, Junpei and the other 6 had managed to separate themselves into 2 teams. Clover, 7, and Lotus headed to A deck, where door 1 was, near the main staircase. Junpei, June, Ace, and Santa, however, took the elevator to E deck. Now, there's something else here that I'd like to point out. No, I don't want an actual answer. It's all rhetorical. It's all completely rhetorical. That said, I also want to point out that the way that this worked out is nobody is going through door 2. And that's the one that we took originally that led to confinement and the torture room. So.
This is E deck.
There should be a door at the end of the hall.
All right, let's go.
We don't know shit. Game hadn't told us. Santa's words jolted them to action, and they stepped out of the elevator into a long, straight hallway. I've been here before, but now we get to go through the 6th door. Yeah. Before long, they arrived in front of a door.
Here it is. You guys
Or
ready?
of door 6, rather. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Then let's get to it.
One by one, they put their palms over the red. With a soft electronic noise, it authenticated each of them. The door opened, and all at once, the 4 of them leapt through it.
Hey! I found it! It's right there!
Easy peasy. Fortunately, the dead was located easily enough. This one had been placed quite close to the door they'd enter through. They gathered around it quickly and hurriedly placed their palms on it for authentication one by one. Jack won't, because Jack follows the rules and doesn't spoil shit. Yeah, everybody grunts. Got it.
Stopped.
Yes, it stopped.
The countdown had ceased, but Junpei's heart was still pounding in his chest like a frantic, thunderous drum. It felt as though it might shake itself up and out of his throat.
I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Didn't he say that, like, right before the room with the sub in it?
You got that right. Once I'm out of this hellhole, I'm taking a nice long vacation.
I agree.
With that, the doom and gloom from before was done, and the mood turned somewhat lighter.
All right, let's go.
With that attempt at good humor, Junpei took a deep breath and began to walk. I can't wait to see where this poops us out. He jogged down the stairs at the end of the hallway and found himself staring at a large door.
This door looks heavy.
Looks like it's got a keyhole,
But
too.
it's not locked. I'm opening it.
Okay. He took hold of the bar that served as its doorknob and shoved it down. Wouldn't you twist it, not shove it down? Eh, whatever. The room beyond stopped him in his tracks. Is this an engine room? It was gargantuan and made entirely of metal. None of the accents of wood or tile he'd seen in the rest of the ship. This room was purely functional, but utterly tremendous.
Whoa, what the hell is this?
Huh. Hey, farmer. Santa got out a few words, but awe stole the rest of them. The rest were too stunned to offer anything more than gasps.
This has to be the biggest room so far. The ceiling is pretty high, too.
Yeah,
Could be 2 stories, maybe even more.
it's massive.
This space could be utilizing the entire length of the ship.
What's that huge Kamaboko-looking building in the middle?
June pointed to the massive building in the center.
Kamaboko? Well, I guess that's as good of a description of it as any.
Junpei and the others were standing on scaffolding that crisscrossed the whole area. The proper term was catwalk, Junpei thought, although that didn't seem particularly important.
I see stairs, so we may as well head over to them.
Yeah, but this section's barely wide enough to fit 1 person.
You're right.
Nearby was a long iron staircase that made its way, eventually, to the floor beneath them.
Whoa, you can't even tell the shape when you're this close.
Let's check out the other side, too.
They moved around toward the opposite side of the massive building, following the catwalk. They hadn't said much as they walked, but as they approached the building, Ace suddenly spoke up.
This looks to be the steam engine room.
The steam engine room?
Hind D.
Yes, that thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. You see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine. This one is simply somewhat larger.
Somewhat.
I see.
Why, Farmer? Why not just untangle them?
It doesn't appear to be running right now.
The entire room was as silent as the grave.
All right, let's split up.
My body is ready. Then all of a sudden, Junpei heard a noise behind him. He turned just in time to see June collapse to her knees.
Hey, what's wrong? Are you all right?
He dashed toward her and wrapped his arm around her shoulders to steady her.
Hey, June,
It was then that he noticed.
Jumpy.
you... Oh, you're really warm. Is your fever coming back?
Yes. Yes. It probably is. But I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me. I just need to rest. And I'll be fine.
Her voice was weak and forced, and it said a great deal more than her words did.
Okay, here, sit down, careful.
Junpei carried her to the nearest wall and propped her up against it. She let her head fall back against the wall as if she no longer had the strength to support it, and drew a ragged breath.
Thank you.
Her eyes were empty, as if she was having trouble focusing them, and even speaking seemed difficult for her. This hit really fast. Junpei felt his hand ball itself into a fist and clench tight, his knuckles whitening. He had to find a way out, and quickly. He turned and looked at Ace and Santa in turn.
Ace, Santa.
Yes.
Right.
Wow. Okay, hold up. Gotta point something out here. Okay, Jack, I'll put your 20 on LA Noire here in just a second. I gotta point something out here, though, that I just noticed. Okay, so Santa, he's been kind of, like, bitchy the whole time, like, whatever. And then Ace, you know, he's been, like, the like, level-headed, you know, whatever, cool dude. And as soon as, like, Junpei gets, like, that serious, like, shit just got real because June's in trouble, both of them immediately just, like, they fucking knew. I think that says a lot about their characters, and that makes, I mean, I already liked Ace a lot, but that makes me like Santa that much more, so I just wanted to point that out. Also, let me click over here and fix the thing for Jack real quick while I'm doing this. And unsurprising, that does put LA Noire 5 away from already being locked in. Interesting choice, Jack, by the way. Interesting choice. They might not have shared the depth of his emotion, but they certainly shared his concern.
All right, let's get started. Hang in there, June. I'm gonna get you out of here real soon.
She managed a small nod before leaning back to rest her head on the wall. Shit. Right in. This looks like it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Also, the glitchy stuff with Twitch appears to be fixed. I can actually see shit, which is very nice. Except I do need to move that back over. Just okay. Yeah, this room's fucking huge. I'd say this is probably here to move coal from place to place. Probably comes from over there, and then the belt carries it down the tunnel and out here. So if the conveyor belt was moving, the coal would almost certainly come out here. Yeah, okay. It's a square hole, nothing in here. Look at the back wall there. You can see 3 small slots, terminals for some sort of connector, perhaps? You mean you think we're supposed to plug something in here? Perhaps. Look at that button. It's glowing orange, right? It's gotta mean something. I guess pressing it is the best way to find out if it does anything. Nothing. Maybe I gotta plug something in first. This pillar goes upward toward the ceiling. Okay, not much else going on this screen. A golden gear. It doesn't look like it was always golden like this. Well, then I imagine it was prepared especially for this game. A huge golden gear. I have a feeling it's important. This gear is rusty, but it looks like it's still pretty sturdy. There's a barrel under the stairs. Sweet. Unfortunately, it's empty. Oh, well, okay. There are a bunch of wooden boxes over here by the wall. I already looked through those. There's nothing there. So this is where you put coal in the furnace? Yep. I had to look at it earlier, but it's rusted shut, I'm afraid. Perhaps you could check the other side? That is a massive oven for a boiler. There are 3 open areas in it. Each of the open areas has a gear in it. A huge bronze gear. Is the last one silver? It is. I see it. I see it. Oh, wait, hang on. There's a pair of wooden boxes here. There's nothing in them. But now I want to look at the thing. Aha! It's a silver gear. You think it's made of pure silver? No, it's way too soft to use for a gear. It's got to be steel or iron gear that's been coated with silver. Yeah, shouldn't have called it a silver gear then. Shouldn't have gotten your hopes up. Were you thinking you'd haul this thing back? Nah, but I think 7 could probably carry it, don't you? Wow, mature. Huge silver gear. Yeah, okay, so these are color coded, but I'm not sure why yet. Look, Ace, it's some kind of snowman secret meeting. Those are just bags full of sand. You use them as counterweight when you're lifting something with a pulley system. Man, you're too serious. It's fine. Okay. Interesting. This thing is huge. I guess a ship this big needs something like that to power it. True, but I doubt a single boiler of this size could actually move a ship like this at any reasonable speed. You need at least 4 of these. I guess you know a lot about boats, huh? Well, not really. It's just common sense, you know? Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that has the same like shape as the slot in that little square door we found. I believe this opening is for fueling the furnace. If we were to put some coal in here and ignite it, the steam engine might start working. Okay. Fascinating. Stairs stretch from the catwalk to the boiler. There are a number of these little windows along the inside of this thing. I think you're supposed to put coal in through these, but they're welded shut. I don't think we can get these open. Huh. Can I click on the stairs? Oh, nice. Ooh, what's this? The slider is down. Let's see if I can get this thing to go anywhere. Man, no dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. And go ahead, Santa. Nothing? This thing won't budge? What about this one? I guess Ace feels like giving it a try. Nothing. It won't move at all. 3 sliders on the left are down, but this one's up. There are a number of lines engraved in these. I suspect we are meant to do something rather specific with them. Junpei, why don't you move that slider down? There's no harm in trying. Nothing. Maybe it needs to be prepared somehow. You're saying if we did something somewhere else, it'd respond somehow. Yeah. Durr. These 2 columns are different from the others. The lights are red. Yeah, those. But why? There are a whole bunch of lights here. Most of them are yellow except for 2 columns on the right. Oh my god, this room is huge, dude. We aren't gonna get anywhere with that pile of boxes here. What the hell's in these things anyway? They're way too heavy to move. One of the doors on the furnace, there's an A on it. There's a circular wheel in the center of the door. Well, it's noisy, but it opens. And it's totally pitch black in there. We should go in here. Alright. This is just like the door we went into. Where are we? We must be on the other side, yes? Which would put us directly above the conveyor belt. At any rate, we should keep moving. There's a great deal we've yet to investigate. It's crazy and it's awesome. And that's... Oh man, Reaper, this shit's crazy and I love it. The catwalk. Yeah, I can see that it's a catwalk, thank you. But what's the point of coming over here? It looks like a hand-operated winch, but it doesn't look like there's any way to operate it. That means the wheel isn't attached. One of the great metal ribs of the ship. I think June's resting right underneath it. It says C on this door. Well, I guess we'll go back through. We haven't been through B yet. Guess we could try that. Oh god, the puns. I'm gonna throw up. Oh! Alright, let's get this wheel spin. What? That's weird. I don't feel any resistance. Ah, shit. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Good job, Genius. You broke it. I didn't break it. It broke all by itself. I think that was supposed to happen. Well, we had one ending. We're going for another ending now. In the ending I got like yesterday, everybody died. In this one so far, it's just the 9th man and Snake. There's no wheel to turn. Oh yeah, I've got the wheel I pulled off the other winch. Da 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 da. Sweet, it's a perfect fit, like they were made for each other. Good work, Junpei. We should be able to haul up the wooden box now. It's under the catwalk. Can you see it? It's hanging from the rope on the winch, isn't it? Looks like there's some sort of device in the box. I don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway, bring it up here. I'm counting on you. What's this? What happened? The wheel only turns to the left. That means we can't reel up the rope. We can only lift the rope down. Interesting. I don't think that'll be a problem. We'll simply need to go downstairs after letting the wooden box down. I'll be counting on you, Junpei. Okay.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
Yeah.
He stuck his head out over the side of the catwalk and looked down. The box that had only recently hung just below the catwalk now sat on June's face. She is dead. It had come to a rest near the edge of the end of the tunnel that covered the conveyor
June's
belt.
down over by there.
Junpei could see her still leaning up against the wall as if she barely had the strength to sit up. Even from so far away, it was not difficult to see that she had not improved. He almost thought he could see heat rising from her body.
She doesn't seem to be improving.
Ace's expression was inscrutable, but he said what they'd all been thinking.
Of course not. She's not gonna just get better right away, you know? It'll take time.
You justified however you want, Junpei. He tried desperately to convince himself that what he'd said was true.
Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion.
I've never seen exhaustion hit someone that hard that fast with a fever. Santa's response was confident and certain.
She gets dropped into some weird-ass ship, forced to play some messed-up game. If you think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
Yeah. We're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal? We're just guinea pigs.
Santa snorted in disgust.
A guinea pig? You mean like a lab rat? You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment?
Gasp.
Is that what you're saying?
Dunno. But it does seem like a possibility, you know?
They stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking, until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him. Fascinating. Pair of boxes here. Well, I want to. Oh, it wasn't this one. It was the. Aha! Control panel for something. Gee, I wonder what that's for. Maybe this hole's where the control panel goes. Yeah. Dude, you did it. Everything looks all right. Okay, but what the fuck do we do now? Why don't you press the button? The orange one? Yeah, let's do that. Pushing. All sorts of lights are lighting up on this thing, and something turned on. What's that? What happened? Junpei, look, the conveyor belt's moving. Yes, the conveyor belt. Well, I guess it's done moving now. There's still a bunch of coal. Looks like a bunch got dumped off at the end of the belt into that wooden box where we found the control panel. Coal, huh? Box filled with the coal. A wooden box full of coal. Guess there's really only one thing we can really do with this stuff. It's shiny and black and coal-like. No shit. Now, I think it was the opposite side that we could put the thing on, right? Yeah, okay. We need to go to the other side, which we did by not being dumb. How did I get over there again? Conveyor belt runs in sewer and arch tunnel. Okay, yeah, no. I didn't remember. Ooh, what? Is that where we came in? Hey, Junpei, where are you going? The only thing in there is a closed numbered door. Oh, okay. That is where we came from. Damn it. Mildly confusing. I just want to go to the place with the things, please. I don't even remember how I got there. Conveyor belt runs into it. Yeah, I can see that, but I want to go to the other side of the boiler, please. Oh, what's that? Didn't see that before. What is this? Given its placement, it's supposed to unlock the door to the left. That's a weird indentation on top of this thing. Think it means you have to insert something here? Yep. Looks like this thing unlocks the door. Outline of 3 circles. And that looks goldish, and that looks silverish. So I'm not sure how that's significant, but it probably involves the gears. Interesting. Okay, but no, really, how the fuck did I get back to the other side? Wait, I could click on it that time? Yeah, the door appears to be welded shut. Yeah, that doesn't help me. I want to go to the other side. How did I do it? Oh, God, that's dumb. There's a hole that let us put coal in the furnace. Maybe we can get some coal in there and set it on fire. Alright, it's the last of it. No more coal left in the wooden box. And nothing. Great. Well, I guess I should have expected that. Why would just throwing coal into a cold furnace do anything? Oh well, man can dream. Junpei, explain it to me again. You're planning to stoke the furnace with coal, which will heat the water stored up there and make steam, which will then drive something else. Am I correct? In other words, you want to generate enough pressure with the steam to power the turbine and drive the steam engine, right? Yeah, I guess that's the gist of it. Well, in that case, this isn't enough coal. This furnace is enormous. We're gonna need a whole hell of a lot more coal than this. Okay, if the 3 of us work together, we should manage to fill it faster. I want to help too. Man, I totally didn't even see her walk up. Are you feeling up to that? Yes. Yeah, right. You look like you're one stiff breeze away from falling over, June. I think you better rest some more, alright? But, no arguing, bitch! You need your rest, so you just stay there. We'll handle this. Okay, I understand. Alright, time for some manly work. Let's get this coal into those furnaces. Oh, wow. It just does it for me. Nice. Hey, Pooh. Really? Someone big or something? Or is it just pure coincidence? Man, this is a whole lot of work. Alright, I think it should be sufficient. Alright, now we just gotta light it. Junpei, hand me your matches. What makes you think I have matches? I see. Then how are we gonna light it? Perhaps there's a device nearby that would allow us to remotely ignite the coal? Let's take a look, shall we? Some sort of ignition device, huh? Fascinating. This is the control panel for the conveyor belt. It's covered in lights. Can I push buttons? I want to push button. Can I push that button? Light isn't on anymore. I don't need to press it. Well, shit. There went that. Why would you speedrun a visual novel? Like, why? It's gotta be this thing. I think it might be. It probably is. I think that's how we ignite the furnace, because that's not red anymore. That means if we move that thing down... Let's do it! Hey, Junpei, Ace, look at this. There's big gears turning into the boiler here. The gears, they're spinning. Hell, you guys waiting for us? Start looking. Just let me. Damn. Gold disc. It's a funky looking disc. The gold disc. It has a number of lines engraved on it. I can make out 3 colors here, red, blue, and black. Wonder what they mean. I'm sure we'll find out momentarily. Depression here, it looks like it's the outline of 3 circles laid on top of each other in a triangle. 3 discs, yeah, that's why I'm here. Huh? That's odd, nothing's happening. Maybe you're, I don't know, putting them in the wrong places? Perhaps you have them facing the wrong directions. Perhaps you should rotate the discs to make some of the lines connect to one another. Well, no harm in trying. Yeah, instructions for operation. When the disc is clicked, it will rotate a certain amount. When the white arrow is clicked, the discs are switched. Please note when the discs are switched, the angles for the discs are reset. Okay. Well, that wasn't especially hard to figure out. The NIS America sale is a lot. Oh, okay, but it's not a bundle. I don't care. The red lines on these discs. I think maybe I can make a star polygon with these. Was that supposed to be hard? Because it wasn't. Really? That might be the easiest room we've had so far.
Yes! The door's open!
Given the circumstances, Junpei's happiness was certainly understandable. Ace seemed to share his excitement.
All right, Junpei. Why don't you go get June now? Santa and I will keep an eye on the store.
Santa snorted.
Why do we need to do that? Even if it shuts, we know how to solve the puzzle now. We could just open it again.
Well, I suppose that's true. Shall all 3 of us go and collect June then?
Nah, I'm cool. I'll let Junpei handle it.
Thanks, Dick. He still seemed irritated by something, however, and sat down on the stairs petulantly.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Ace sighed with the air of a long-suffering parent.
All right, I'll go get June. I'll be right back.
Wow. Actually, nah. He gave a quick nod to Ace and Santa and dashed off down the stairs. Before long, he was back on the first floor, next to the conveyor belt and June.
Oh, Jumpy!
As he drew closer, she stood up slowly. Okay? He did his best to sound calm and nonchalant, but there was no hiding the genuine concern in his voice.
Yes, I'm fine now. I'm sorry I made you worry.
How the fuck did you get over a fever so quick? June blushed. He wasn't sure if she was embarrassed or still feverish.
Let me check.
Just to make sure, he reached out and put his hand against her forehead.
Good. You're feeling a lot better.
She was feeling far less warm than she had earlier, but still wasn't down to what seemed normal to him.
Are you sure you're all right?
He had to be sure. June gave him a look.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops, I mean, warrior.
Okay. He wasn't sure if she just made a joke or not, but seeing her smile again made Jumpy feel at ease. If she was well enough to smile and laugh, then she really was feeling much better. He gave her a friendly poke on the forehead.
All right, let's go.
Go where?
The hell out of here!
Oh, right. I didn't tell you. We got the exit open, so...
Great, let's go.
Damn, she got serious all of a sudden. June clasped her hands and nodded urgently. Give me more of that sweet, sweet, succulent plot. Give it to me. They headed back to the exit, but on their way, they found...
Oh, it's...
Santa?
Santa was sitting on the stairs. He was, however, holding something in his right hand and staring at it with a strange expression. Junpei and June slowed down and finally stopped in front of him.
What are you looking at?
Santa answered without looking up, his voice quiet.
It's a photo. It's my sister.
Sister? Santa, you've got a sister?
Santa simply nodded.
Yeah. Kid was cute as a button.
Never understood that phrase. Buttons aren't cute. Whatever. June cocked her head, confused.
She was only about an inch tall then?
Santa glared at her.
Oh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch.
Santa didn't smile or laugh. He was not amused.
Sorry.
Why are you looking at it?
He simply turned back to his picture and spoke.
I was her Santa Claus.
Wait, what?
This sudden revelation took Junpei by surprise. He had no idea what Santa meant. He glanced at June, who shook her head. She didn't know either.
Have you ever heard the story of the two Santa Clauses?
No, I haven't, but I have a feeling you're about to tell me.
It goes that a long time ago, there were two Santas. One of them wore white, and the other one wore black. The white Santa gave presents to good kids, and the black Santa played tricks on bad kids. They went on like that for a while, but eventually the black Santa's tricks started to get worse and worse. Pretty soon, the white Santa couldn't stand it anymore, and he stabbed the black Santa to death.
Jesus.
When he stabbed the other Santa, the white Santa got blood all over his clothes. And that's why, these days, his clothes are red. You could say that red is all that's left of the black Santa.
What the fuck is this? Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. June was staring at Santa, sadness playing on her face. He continued.
I wonder which Santa I am. The white Santa or the black Santa?
I don't think you're Santa. Okay.
Oh.
You're wearing both collars, appropriately.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them two at a time.
Huh?
Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on!
We're undressing each other with our eyes. Go on without us. We'll be there in a minute. Santa's voice echoed across the room from above them,
Let's go.
where the backdrop indicates the door's closed, but it's probably not.
Yeah.
They nodded and followed him quickly up the stairs. Ace was waiting for them at the top. He was leaning against the handrail. He looked very tired.
Oh, you're finally back.
Sorry. The door had shut, but it wasn't cause for concern.
Sorry we took so long.
Junpei quickly solved the disc puzzle a second time, and the door opened once again. It's
Let's
very
go.
odd. In single file, they walked through. After walking for nearly 15 feet, they found themselves in front of a metal door. It opened easily enough, and they passed through it as well. A new room stretched out before them. It's like a cargo hold of some kind?
Is this a warehouse?
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight.
There are wooden crates everywhere.
Yeah, there are.
I wonder how old they are.
Junpei, Ace, and June had stopped unconsciously, pausing to take in their new surroundings. Santa's voice broke through their momentary trance.
Well, we probably ought to start with finding the exit, right?
That would... yeah.
Let's get going.
Jumping right into another one. Here we go. That looks funky. Is that a coffin? Okay. These crates are quite large. They seem to be tied to one another with sturdy straps. There are a bunch of bags here. I wonder what's in them. That's the 9th man. A card with the 9th man's face printed on it. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this might be... oh, man. Okay, so because we already had the ending where we went through the torture room and everything, we know about the whole pharmaceuticals thing and the testing on the kids and stuff. This key card, and based on what I could see of his clothes here, would almost imply that he worked for them. So... what's that? It's a card. It has a headshot on it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what purpose this could possibly serve. Anything else in there? No? Okay. These crates are a little smaller than the others. They look like they're the children of the other crates. Wow. Junpei, that sounds like some sort of fairy tale. Really? I don't know, man. You ever think about how crates would reproduce? Doesn't sound like a fairy tale to me. They're inanimate objects, Junpei. What do you... somebody needs to get out more. A box. There's nothing inside. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. We've searched all the boxes. There's nothing in them. What about the 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3? Oh. Okay. It's locked. We need the key. All the boxes have numbers on them. Do they? Oh. Ace bent down and picked up something that had been sitting next to the box. Junpei, take a look at this. Cards. There are numbered boxes and cards with pictures of all of us. Does that mean we need to collect the cards we don't have? Yeah, it does. Oh my god, what? Oh, what? Ah! Aw, we were together. That's cute. And might be significant. There's nothing in here. There's some sort of liquid in these barrels. I'm not sure what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. What even? Looks like there's some sort of boxy device at the top of the stairs. These stairs, they go up 3 stories. What are you waiting for, Junpei? Whatever, I'm going. Okay. It's the only door here except for the one we just came in. And it's the exit. No shit, Sherlock. Of course it's locked. No, just a keyhole right under the doorknob. So we gotta find the key that fits the keyhole. I wanna go up more. I wanna see what this thing is. There are several lights here with numbers 1 to 9. Only the light with a 9 on it is lit. Well, there's 6 holes here. They look like jacks for headphone cables. Maybe we put something in them? Yeah, something might happen. Uh-huh. This looks like it's covering something. Looks like some kind of little shutter. Maybe it'll open if we do something? What's gonna come out of it? Well, hopefully a key. Fascinating. The monitor's off. I got a green switch here and a red one and some kind of lever. None of them seem to do anything though. Maybe the power's off? Yeah, maybe. There's a single green light on the bottom though. That means... I don't know what that means. I don't know what you are implying that means. Other than it does have power. There are 3 crates here stacked up like stairs. If we climb there, I think I can get over the fence. Junpei, think you could take a look at that? Sorry, but no thanks. I got a bad feeling about it. Pussy. Alright, fine, I'll go. Please be careful, Santa. Yeah, but just in case. Now, what's he gonna do with that screw? I don't see what throwing a screw at a fence is good. It's electrified. Wow, good call, dude. Oh man, there's electricity running through the fence. I didn't even, oh shit, looks like it. Then we can't get to the other side. We could jump off the crates, we wouldn't be able to get back. That's true. Santa, jump it. What are you saying, Jumpy? There's a huge electrical current flowing through that fence. If you do that, you won't be able to get back. Well, if I can move some of the crates over there, are you even sure you can move them? What if they weigh too much? Then what are you gonna do? Hadn't thought of that. Whoops. Hey, Piano Man. It's like a visual novel with puzzles in it. It's really fucking good too. It's getting progressively more crazy as we go.
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder at them.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
No. Junpei gave him a look.
Yeah, of course I do. It's really obvious. You just match our numbers to the numbers, then you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So for instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes into box 1.
That's the easy one.
The card with the picture of Snake on it goes into box 2,
Yeah.
and so on.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Huh? What is it?
Except I don't notice that there's any of these on the other ones. Maybe it's because it's dark right there, but... Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he swore an Ace stiffened.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Hey, wait!
Are you afraid of numbers? He quickly turned and walked away. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back
Time
toward
to
the boxes.
solve the 9 boxes puzzle.
Gasp. 9 cards with pictures and 9 boxes. Junpei stared at them for a moment and then began.
Ace's card is in box 1, Snake's is in number 2. I just need to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9th man's card into box 9.
It's gonna do it for me. Nice. All 9 box lids popped open at once.
Yeah. Oh, they opened.
He peered inside.
What
In each box was a single pin.
9 pins?
Oh. They looked a little like sewing pins, but much
I
thicker.
guess I'll take them with me.
Junpei collected them all quickly and shoved them into his pocket. Okay. Okay, so there are 6 holes here, and it looks like the pins I just found will be a perfect fit for them. Yeah, the ones we found in the boxes. Why don't you try it? All right. I think 2, 4, and 6 should go on the top part, and 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom part. Oh. Some of them lit up. Yeah, 3 and 6. I wonder if there's some kind of rule that determines which lights go on. Well, I put the 2, 4, and 6 on the top part, and the 3, 5, and 7 on the bottom. You think maybe it's the digital route? Oh, the digital route. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I have to do math. No. So that's how it works. Well, there's one other thing I'd like to check. Well, if he wants to try, he's more than welcome to. So he put the 1, 2, and 3 on the top and the 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. Okay. But that would light up the 6. And the 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom would light up the 3. So it's backwards. It turns them off. Okay. So you can't do duplicates. I get it now. If the digital route you insert is the same as the number on the lights that are lit, those lights turn off. So now we know how it works. You want to give it a try? I do know what we're supposed to do with these lights. Well, no, but I figured we could try and see if we could turn them all on, you know? I figure something's got to happen if we can manage that. Okay. Make sure we know how this works, all right? Pick one of the 6 holes, pick one of the pins in your hand, insert it into the hole. Keep it up till all the 6 holes are filled. Corresponding, if I can know, you just told me this, please, let me just do it. Okay, we gotta turn shit back on, so. And then I guess we could just do exactly what he just did. Cool. Hey, Jedi. I know, right? Alright, so to get 1, we need to end up with a 10 on the top row. I see the trick now because you have to insert 6. You can't just do 3 and then 3 and then 3 and then 3 and then 3. You have to do it in sets of 6. So to get to a 10, we could do 6, 1, 3. Then for the bottom, maybe we could try to go for possibly a 2, which could either be 11 or 20. We could go math is fun. Yep. We could go 7, 5, 8. Cool. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9. Interesting. Oh, yeah. I think it was We All Die in a Yellow Submarine. Dude, when that one popped, I laughed. It was great. It was great. Okay, so now we'd want to get probably 4 and 5. For 4, we'd want to get 13. So we could do 9, 3, 1, or we could instead do 8, 2, 3. That'll give us 13, which creates 4. Now we'd want 5. We could go for 14 for that if we wanted to, which we could easily make with 9, 1, and 4. Okay, now we just got to solve for 7 and 8. For 7, we'd want to go for 16, which we could get by doing 9, 5, 2. And then 8, we just need to go for 17, which we could do with 7, 6, 4. I wasn't so bad. AF! Hey, does that mean... Yeah, we gotta do it again. I thought I was doing so well. Okay, so we got 9 holes and there's an F. I assume it's gonna be hexadecimal. So F in hexadecimal is 15. So I do know one thing. What's that? This time there are 9 holes, so we need to insert 9 pins. And that's boring. Why don't you just try it, alright? Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Oh my god, I think I know what the puzzle is. The puzzle is that each line, each row, each column, and both diagonals each have to equal 15. I think that's the case. That's disgusting. Oh my god, it's been like just like 7 years since I've seen something like this. Fucking magic squares. I think that's what we called them too. Oh my god, this is gonna suck, dude. Yeah, it's like extreme Sudoku, right? Yeah. It's hard to even, because they got to go to 19. That means that it's impossible for something super high to be in the middle. So it'd be a lower number. It doesn't necessarily have to be 1 that goes in the middle, but something lower. So to save myself just sitting here and fumbling around, I'm just gonna put 3 in the middle, and we're gonna work from that. I guess we could go for a 9 in the corner, just to play around. And that right there already gives us 12, which okay. So 3 can't be the one that goes in the middle. So let's mess with, let's try 2. We'll go 9 up in the corner, which gives us 11. So we'd have to put a 4 there. What else do we have to work with here? If we went, so if 9 and 4 are on the diagonal there with the 2, then it stands to reason that 8 and 5 would be on the opposites. But that can't work either, because that already overshoots on either of those pegs if I put an 8 there. So 9 can't go on the diagonal. Okay. So that means that 9 would have to probably go in a place like this. So we'll go here for that, and we'll work in a, well, no, that doesn't, well, no, okay. So if I put smaller numbers here, so we need to find a way to make the smaller numbers work here. So maybe the 5 and the 1 perhaps. So let's do that. Let's go 5 and 1. Unfortunately, that 1 can't work with the 2 there, so that won't work. So we could go, I can't do 3 and 3 because I can't have duplicates. Man, the 9's fucking everything. I guess that means the 2 doesn't go in the center. I guess we could try with 1 maybe. And then we'd have to go with 5 logically. Again, that doesn't, man, you'd have to put such small numbers. We could do 2 and 4, but then again, the 1 doesn't help me there. Maybe the middle number has to be bigger then. I guess we could play around with 5 and see if that works. Which means that the only possible thing that can go there is, of course, the 5 and the 1. Or the 9 and the 1, rather. And with the 9... I mean, I'd have to go with the 2 and a 4. I guess it doesn't really matter which one. The 2 and the 4. Which gives us 15 there, and it gives us 15 there. Going down this way, that's 9. Which means the 6 has to go there. And we end up with 8 here, which means 7 has to go here. 7 and 5 is 12. 3 has to go here. Got it. All lights are lit up. Bam! Power's on. Looks like there's electricity going to the monitor on top now. Alright, let's see if we can activate the device on top. A green button, a red button, and a lever. I wonder what these do. I think this might help. What the hell is this? Where'd you find this? What is that? Where'd you find it? Found it when you were messing around with the pinholes. It looks like instructions for this thing. According to what it says here, this thing's a remote control for that. Yeah, that. What's he pointing to? The machine over there. Apparently it's called the Pushmaster 5000. Are you serious? Whatever. So what are we supposed to do with the Pushmaster 5000? You see the coffin on top of the crates? Yeah. Don't you want to know what the deal with it is? I do. You want to check it out? Yeah. Alright, how do you think we're going to get there? Well, there were some crates on the right side that someone piled up like stairs. Maybe we make a path to the coffin from there. And how would we do that? Line up the crates, I guess? Yeah. Okay, it's another puzzle. Anyway, let's give it a shot. Oh, it looks like the thing runs off a battery. So to keep it from using up its energy too fast, it's been programmed so it'll only start moving once its path has been completely programmed in. Great. The monitor shows a top-down view of the area where we can move the machine. Once I want to send my orders to the Pushmaster, I just pull the lever. This is the reset button, allows me to start over. Once I want to activate the program, I pull the lever. This is the return button, allows me to quit command. Once I want to activate the program, I just pull the lever. Alright, I guess we'll fuck around with it and see what's going on. The battery dies after 50 moves. At least that's what it says in the manual. 50 moves, huh? Also, keep in mind the Pushmaster 5000 can't move the heavy metal crates, okay? When a square adjacent to the Pushmaster 5000 is clicked, Pushmaster 5000 will move to that square. If there's a crate in the way, it will push it up to a single crate. Move the crates appropriately and efficiently and fill the yellow areas. Okay. Yeah, honestly, it's just once you pick, yeah, Jedi and Jack are right. It's like as soon as you find the right middle number, everything just clicks into place. All right, so I can't move the metal ones, but I can move these. I assume that it can't push a set of 2, so... Well... I have to make sure I don't get it stuck against a box. Man, this is like playing RuneScape, doing fucking clue scrolls. I hate fucking clue scrolls, dude. The challenge here isn't actually with the boxes, is to get the Pushmaster out without locking a box in place. The fact that it gives you 50 moves is nuts. How does that? That doesn't help me. It could. All right, hang on. Oh my God. I don't think I have enough moves to do it the way I kind of want to. Damn you, game. I'm not gonna have enough moves to do it. Yep. $51. Oh, does it like give mercy on you when you fuck up once? That's cute. Only slight mercy though. Only slight. I hate block puzzles so much. Well, I just fucked up because I don't. Yeah. No. Okay. Fucking block puzzles, dude. All right. You can't move it into any non-diagonal adjacent square to either of these, or it gets stuck and you can't move it because it's a Pushmaster, not a Pullmaster. I knew there'd be a block puzzle in this game, and I knew it was gonna kick my ass. If I wasn't restricted by movement, I'd be okay. That's the only logical starting move. Ooh, well, that wouldn't work very well, would it? Not really. How would I... Again, I see a solution. I just can't do it because I don't have enough battery. Nope, fuck that up. Because I needed that so I could have this spot so I could push it up. It needs to stay here. That one needs to be the last one then. Because well, I mean, I still don't have enough battery because I had to move that down, push it over, and then slip around and push that up. Yeah, keep fucking up and eventually I'll have enough battery. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I don't think so, Squid. It said single block. Yeah, no, you can't. You just have to be so efficient with this stuff. Like, oh my god. And it's just stuck. You're just completely stuck, aren't you? Just completely stuck. You can't do anything, yeah. Okay, so obviously don't start with that one. I really think I'm on the right path with this particular approach. Kinda. It's like I can solve it, I just can't solve it with the amount of battery that it gives me. Because yeah, then all I have to do is basically come around here, push this one over here, and then go up, and then push it down here, over, down, all the way over, and then push that one down, come all the way back around, and push it over, and I'm done. I just can't do it in 51 moves. I can absolutely do it. It's not that bad. It's just doing it in 51 moves is a monumental pain in the ass. I don't want to keep fucking up. That's dumb. But there's like it's powered by failure. It's true. It's absolutely true. This sucks so bad. I mean, it doesn't. Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? What a slap in the face. What a monumental slap in the face. After all the digital root shit and then hexadecimal magic square bullshit, and then it gives you this. This room's brutal. I know, right, Reaper? Not yet, Jack. What's the hint do? You can move in 4 directions. You cannot move diagonally. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Thanks. It'd be useful to know where to start. It's just like, given the way that it's designed, you can't touch these 3 ever. And you can't touch these 3 ever. So you can't ever touch any of these with any of the 4 crates. This area is fine, and this area is fine. But you can never move anything into these spots, except yourself, because you can move freely. Well, kind of freely. Well, you can't move one there, but you can move one there. But not there. You can't go there, because then you're stuck. Yeah, not there. Only villains go there. Oh my god, dude. Fucking box puzzles, man. They're nasty. If I move this down so that I can push this over. Then I can't get over here to push them up the line. Obviously, you can't slide one here. You would be able to slide that one there, but that would require you to push that one over there, which then means you can't. And the only other option is push it up, which gets it stuck. So this box makes this box really hard to move. And logic puzzles, fucking Don't put logic in my math. Makes it gross. Don't do it. Oh my god. This is nasty. This puzzle is so nasty. All because of the battery life. Fuck me so hard. It's close. It's fucking close. It's fucking close. You have no choice. Doesn't matter, you end up at the same either way. You know how tempted I am to just fail 4 times? Oh, never mind, it only gives you 1 extra battery 1 time. Never mind, fuck you. Just shy of what the amount that you need. So where can I optimize my movement? There's got to be a place I can optimize my movement. Well, this fucks me. I thought maybe I'd try starting from the top instead and see if I can't get some alternative thing going on. Well, that locks it up. That doesn't help me at all. What if instead of starting at the bottom and pushing them up, I start at the top and push them down? That'd be really awkward though. That won't work. It lessens the moves, but I can't get that box into that slot. Wait. If I were to have pushed that one down and left that one there. Doesn't really help me. This one's rough. This one's absolutely difficult. Okay. What do I do next? Be quiet and watch. See, it's moving already. Y'all go reach the coffin. I can't wait to see whose dead bodies in it. That was tough, man. That might be the toughest puzzle so far.
Mummy!
Really?
Just kidding.
Really?
Whatever. Just open it.
Okay, okay.
A small key and
A gun? A revolver, even.
a gun?
A very pretty gun. I would like one, please.
Yeah, a revolver.
It looks pretty old.
I wonder if this is a replica.
This thing is... Are these real bullets? Oh, if this is real...
Why did you switch back to adventure? God damn it.
Oh.
Holding the gun made Junpei feel unpleasant. Carefully, he placed it back in the coffin.
You're not gonna take it?
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in enough danger already.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen. In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
Possible.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
Me neither.
Same. The others nodded. They had no desire to be under Zero's control either.
Okay, we've got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave that key in there, are you?
No.
Of course not. We'll take that with us.
Junpei picked up the rusty key and slid the top of the coffin back into place, the gun back where they had found it. Let's put the key in here and BAM! Yay! Looks like it's open! I see, this key should open the door. Hey, what are you waiting for? Let's go! We're working on trying a different ending or something. Yeah, it's opening. Yeah. We did it! We got out! Yeah! Ow, my back. Yeah, it's funny you say TI. It's funny because my TI will be here tomorrow. Can't wait to install that in my giant rig without trying to unplug everything. It's gonna be a nightmare. The hallway that left the cargo room headed straight toward the stern.
A long hallway, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out.
But how you been today, Wolf? Junpei and the other three proceeded down it. Silently. Some distance along, and a large room opened up on the left-hand side. It looked familiar. We're on the other side of the grate. What the fuck?
We've seen this elevator before.
We got off the one on the left just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room.
Yes, and after that we passed through the cargo room.
Uh-huh.
And now we're back here.
I'm confused, but I'm pretty good.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started.
Yeah. Junpei approached the elevator.
We needed a card to get to this point.
I don't see a card reader here.
Perhaps we aren't able to activate it from this location.
Why don't you just try pushing the button?
Yeah.
Gently, he pushed the triangular button on the wall. A moment passed.
It works.
The elevator door opened and then eventually shut again.
I think so.
Pushing the button that had apparently restored power to the elevator.
Good. Now we can go back if we need to.
What do we do? Should we return to C deck?
No, this hallway keeps going.
Oh, okay.
Even if we do end up going back, I think we should see what's down there first.
I agree.
I agree. Let's go.
Their decision made, Junpei and his companions left the elevators behind and continued down the hallway. Sometime later,
Looks like it ends here.
Santa, who had been walking several paces in front of the rest, suddenly stopped.
Only one door.
They searched around just in case.
There isn't anything else. It's the only way to go.
It was the door or nothing.
All right, let's open it.
Junpei took a deep breath, readied himself, then grabbed the doorknob and pulled the door open. You mean you pushed the door open? Never mind. He paused for a moment, then stepped through into the room. And there he saw the number that had hung over their heads since they'd woken up. Oh shit!
The 9 door.
Like the numbers on every other door, this one too was a rough shape made of red paint. Its door was set into the back wall of the room. Junpei leapt toward it with a sudden burst of hopeful energy. It was a large double door, heavy and full of solemn importance. He grabbed the door handle and shook.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
Well, yeah, it's a numbered door, dipshit. The red sat on the wall next to the door. Displayed on it...
Vacant. Huh. We finally found it.
Junpei felt himself overwhelmed by a torrent of emotion. At last, they'd found the exit, but cold gripped his heart, and he knew all too well why. As he stood, frozen, unsure of what to think or feel.
Jumpy!
Huh?
Look! Behind you!
He spun around and couldn't believe what he saw.
What? A 9-door. There's another one.
What?
Why?
Junpei's voice was barely audible, even to himself. He stumbled toward the second door as if somehow compelled. It was a small, single-digit door. It sat in the starboard corner of the room, on the same wall as the door they'd entered from, but in the opposite corner.
It's 9, no matter how you look at it. The red is there too. So this is a real one?
Junpei shook the door handle pointlessly and muttered to himself.
Why the hell are there 2 doors?
Maybe so 2 teams can escape? Maybe? It was Santa who answered.
There were always 2 doors. I mean, if you think about it, Zero never actually said there was only one door with a 9 on it.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
A door, not the
Of course,
door.
we just assumed that there was only one. After all, why would there be more than one?
Oh, man.
We fell for it. There are 2 doors. That means that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape. No one would be left behind.
But someone died. 2 people died.
Now it makes sense why the bracelets are numbers. 1 through 9, divided into teams of 4 and 5 people. The digital root of both teams ends up being 9. Take 1278 and 34569 for example. The digital root for both teams would be 9. Or 2349 and 15678. The digital root is still 9. There are a bunch of combinations that work and they all end up the same way. If one team has the digital root of 9, so would the other one. What does that mean? The answer's simple. From the very beginning, the Nonary game was designed to save all 9 people. That's how it was meant to be. Zero didn't lie.
Huh.
He never said there'd be only one 9-door. But anyone who'd found themselves in the game would have assumed that was the case. Fights would have broken out. One team would likely betray or deceive the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually, they'd reach this very same room and realize how pointless all their infighting was. There were 2 doors. There was no need to kill each other.
They'd understand and be appalled, overwhelmed with guilt at what they'd done.
This game was designed for that purpose. This Nonary game. We were all arguing and fighting over doors at the beginning. But if there had been one slip-up, one tiny mistake that led to more, everything could have been so much worse now.
The thought of it sent a chill down his spine. Except
So,
there's
what are we going to do, Junpei?
a voice broke through Junpei's frantic thoughts. Santa's voice.
Oh, right.
Hey, keep it together, man.
Sorry.
Jeez. So what do we do?
What do you...
We need to think about our next step.
Our numbers are 1, 3, 5, and 6. That's a digital root of 6.
Right, the door we went through.
The 4 of us can't open the number 9 door.
The 4. Wait, don't tell me.
Yep. There's one combination that'll let 3 of us open the 9 door. That's why I'm asking, what now?
What now?
It took him no time at all to determine the answer. There was only one combination of 3 people that would give a digital root of 9. 1 plus 3 plus 5. That would mean
No, we gotta go back.
that wasn't a possibility he was willing to consider. Santa and Ace agreed.
Yep.
I agree. We cannot leave June behind.
Junpei let out a breath he hadn't realized he'd been holding.
Are you sure? I don't mind staying.
June's body betrayed her true feelings. Her eyes were wet with the beginnings of tears, and her legs shook.
It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind.
Santa had said what Junpei had known the moment he realized which 3 people could go through the door.
Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest. Maybe I'll get to go to Atlanta.
Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
Huh? Oh, right.
Perhaps it was the sudden reassurance that no one wanted to leave June behind, but Junpei laughed harder than he had in some time. Santa and Ace smiled.
You guys.
June blinked tears from her eyes and bit her lip. She didn't seem to know what else to say.
Very well. Best we head back to C-Deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, Seven, and Lotus will have returned from door 1.
Even as Ace spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't improve the situation.
Even with all 7 of us.
Ace knew it. They all knew it.
Standing around here isn't going to accomplish anything, don't you agree? Let's find the other 3 first, and then search for another solution.
I guess you're right.
All right, let's go.
Ace looked at all 3 of them, then turned and headed through the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Santa and June followed. Junpei started toward the door, and then stopped.
Come to think of it, what is this room?
It didn't seem terribly important now, but what exactly was
We were
it?
so focused on the doors, we didn't even look around.
A red carpet ran between 2 columns of wooden benches that ran the length of the room.
It looks like it's set up for some kind of ceremony.
It could be a chapel.
But what kind?
Facing the 9 door was the carpet leading to the bow of the ship. And at the end? Was it an altar, perhaps? There was a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting on top of the platform was a coffin.
A coffin? What on earth is a coffin doing in a place like this?
But before Junpei had time to answer that question,
Hey, Junpei, the hell are you doing? Let's move.
Santa's voice echoed in from the hall outside.
Right, okay. I'll be right there.
Junpei turned on his heel and left the quiet, somber room. I want to know more about that room. They took the elevator up to C-Deck. Once there, they headed back toward the main hall and the central staircase. It didn't take them long.
Look, it's...
Seven and Lotus.
They didn't look happy.
We've got a problem.
Clover is gone.
What?
Junpei and his 3 companions looked at one another. He turned back to Seven and Lotus.
What do you mean, gone?
Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions to ask.
When?
Why?
You 2 went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you?
Seven and Lotus responded as best they could.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
We waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked down the door and we went into the room.
But
It was empty.
Clover wasn't there.
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open.
We figure she opened the door and left by herself.
Maybe she's in the coffin.
We ran after her, of course, but
Well, obviously we didn't find her. You figured that much out.
Clover's gone.
Junpei thought for a moment.
When did this happen?
We got here just before you.
You certainly have excellent timing.
So you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't.
Finally, Ace spoke. His voice had an edge of resolve and concern.
Very well then. We'd best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time left. Let's begin.
Yeah.
There were quick nods all around, and the 6 remaining players spread out. Junpei and June ran into the central hospital room and looked around.
She's not here.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer, but with no luck. They couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her.
Yeah. Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room. Slowly, they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs and Junpei spoke.
All right. I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
There was a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June, even when they were alone. Although perhaps not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname he'd used when they were children. Connie. 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. But now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating by such a childish nickname felt odd to him. Of course, to call her Miss Kurashiki would be even more awkward, and simply Kurashiki would seem a little... What the fuck? Oh, my phone auto-updated. Cool, thanks, phone. I just fucking out of the corner of my eye, shit lit up. I was like, what is that? Yeah, you do whatever. And although he couldn't put his finger on why, it felt somewhat forward to call her Akane when they hadn't seen one another for so long. In short, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
All right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful.
June, or perhaps more appropriately, Connie, blushed and smiled.
You be careful too, Jumpy.
Aw, and it even changed her name over there. Aw.
Yeah, got it.
Been great if it changed his name to Jumpy in the side, too. Alright. This is either gonna go really well or really bad, and I'm not sure which one it's gonna be yet. At least there's not people dead on the floor this time, right? Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. When one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. What? A light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. Okay. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched to... Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp and her skin smooth and pale as always. Very fucking dead. Awesome. Was covered in bright red blood. Shut up, Jedi. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank, all his thoughts replaced with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus, slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse. No rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that meant she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then? Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the backside of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining the bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when... a sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat, extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came... nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade, the world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. So who the fuck was the killer? Bad end. Yes, it was a bad end. Well, not that the other one was good. Cut and run. Achievement unlocked. Okay, now, hold on. I have a legit question here, and this is somewhat rhetorical, so if it's spoilery, do not answer this question. I'm kind of just thinking out loud. I gotta put my thoughts out there so you guys can think those thoughts too, because that's how brain works. So when we got the submarine ending, did it say bad end? Because I don't remember it saying bad end, even though it was bad because everyone died, including me. But why would it specifically say this was the bad end? I'll also say that this ending was much more lackluster than the other one. There was no like we found Lotus. That's it. We have no idea what happened to June, to Ace, to Santa, to Clover, or to Seven. Like nothing. It's just, oh, there's Lotus. Dead credits. I feel like this ending was very weak compared to the sub ending. Again, they're both terrible because everyone dies, but this one specifically says bad end. I'd also like to point out that the only difference between the sub ending and this ending is that I picked door 6 instead of door 2, which means that if we go through door 1, we're likely going to get a third ending, which we are going to do right now because I want to know. I would also so that's the sub ending or the submarine ending, either or, and that's, I would assume, called the knife ending then. What's that? Whoa, 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 whoa. What are those mean? Locked? Unlocked? What? Those are locked. Why are that? What? I mean, I have a guess as to who killed him, but it doesn't make any sense. Well, I actually have several guesses, but that's interesting. So there's another ending on this path, but okay, hang on. I have to make another observation here. There were no choices. There were no choices to be made that would create a separate path. So it's something else that creates the path to this side. That said, oh, fuck. All right. Well, anyway. Looks like this one will be a little shorter, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, we're gonna go this way now, so. I just keep clicking until stuff happens.
1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4. All right, 7 pieces.
Skip.
Just
Yes, just like you told us.
What did that do something?
We need to make the whole thing fair.
What is it?
Blah de blah. This is a complicated plan, you know.
Oh, that's useful. Oh, that's super useful. Okay. Because we've already seen this twice now. So we're just gonna... Oh, that's really helpful. Alright, so this time we're gonna go through door... What, 1? Yeah, door 1.
My choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
We've basically seen this.
You changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
Because this happened when we picked door 2.
How could I do that?
Yeah. I know how all this works. We already did all this. Junpei was a little shit, so that way he could pick the door to give the player the choice to make sense. It all makes sense.
Our only
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people.
I'm aware. Yeah, everybody's gonna grunt.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
Huh. Interesting. So my choice affects who goes through what doors in its entirety. That's interesting.
Sure thing.
I mean, it makes
really
sense.
Go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
Fuck does that have to do with anything?
Right, June?
Well, I
June was at a loss for words. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait and see.
Just being a dick. Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine.
Calling me old.
I mean, I gotta say,
Men are such a pain in the ass.
if she's like 39, 40 years old and she looks like that, damn, come on. Don't call her old, cause damn.
You're about as subtle as a brick.
And they're at it again.
Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again, but this time it didn't sting quite so much.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what 7 said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
Seven's words took a weight off Junpei's shoulders and felt much better. See, I still have a question, though.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Lingering uneasy remained, but they went their separate directions without much trouble. Hey, Link. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed toward A deck.
It was the door on the left.
At least they get to be with Ace again. Ace is cool.
That should be it, yes.
Then here we go.
My body is ready. It opened and they walked through. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my phone back on since it auto-updated. And then it'll finish. It's a very metal door. Door is fucking metal as fuck, dude. At the end of... I don't know why, I dig the shit out of those electronic triplets. Dig the shit out of that. At the end of the hallway stood a door with a large red number 1 on it.
Door.
To the left of it was the red. Yep. Ace went first, waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
Now the two of you, if you would.
Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned toward the scanner panel. She finally opened the fucking door. Ace took hold of the lever. He took a deep breath. He turned.
Are you ready?
I
Shall
am.
I pull it?
Do it.
Yeah, anytime.
Pull it. Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well, then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
It's a door. You don't have to be dramatic. We have like a minute and a half to find the thing on the other side. It's fine.
And it's open. Move it.
They stumbled into the room.
Where is it?
Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. Right there. His eyes stopped on the device to determine whether they lived
There it
or
is.
died.
Over there.
Next to the door they'd come through was the dead. As one, they ran to it. They put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it. You know, this... I gotta say, like, the way that the game has, like, the stress build-up for them trying to find the dead... I don't get it. Like, there was one instance where it was kind of far away, but not to the point where it would take them more than a minute and a half to get to it. And it's like, it feels like an artificial, like, they gotta find the thing, and it's always like right fucking there. It's like, I don't know,
It stopped.
Yes, it did.
Exactly, Jedi. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. They're going to have ribs tonight. They will be delicious. I mean, yeah, they'll blow up, but still, it's like you have 81 seconds. When you walk in and see the small room, it's not gonna take you 81 seconds to find the damn thing. I don't know. I just feel like they get worked up way too much over that. Yeah, it's life and death, but come on.
Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
It's kind of like if you're standing on train tracks, right? And you can hear a train coming, and you can see it, but it's way the fuck over there. And it's like, gee, I guess I should move. I better move. Just fucking move. It's not hard. You're fine. Just boop, you're done. Make a big deal out of the train that's like way the fuck over there that's gonna hit you. It's like, I don't know. I don't make a big deal out of nothing, but it bothers me.
We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Okay, are you gonna say that in all 3 doors?
I agree.
Now then.
Jack, you know what I meant. Shut up. Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly. Actually, Jack, around here, ours are not electronic. Ours are just not.
Door.
So, there's another door.
Let's try opening it.
People around here walk on the rails. So he took hold of the knob and gently pulled it open. Ooh.
So, this is the wheelhouse?
Ooh. He closed the door again and turned to Ace and Clover. Yeah, we're old school. Like, ours are the ones that sucks is what it is. He fixed each intern with a meaningful stare and then spoke.
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room.
And I'm gonna have to do all three, aren't I?
Say something.
Okay, I will.
Say something! God!
All right then, let's get started.
Well, here we go. Puzzles, puzzles. I know you updated. Can you fuck off, please? Thank you. Okay. I haven't. Well, yeah, that'll be fine. Shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one that sticks out. Something written on it. Ship's log. Captain's log. Stardate. Never mind. Ship's log, huh? New material has been added to the file screen. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. We turned southwest to steer around the continent and then proceeded northwest. We made port and changed our heading to east for a time, and now we're heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of Jack. Or this vessel. Close enough. What's off? Oh. Anything else up there? Books. Looks like they all have something to do with sailing. None of them look useful. All right, cool. Oh, nice, Reaper. What phone are you going with? It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey, Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. All right. Whatever. Ooh, a pocket watch. Nice. Very pretty pocket watch. I wouldn't mind having one of those. That's a pocket watch. Oh, now you fucking say something. She sure hasn't been saying much, and she just keeps looking at the floor. She seems kind of sad. Maybe it's because her brother's in pieces back in the other room. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Sure. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
No. No.
Well, not a problem, but...
Junpei looked desperately around the room, anywhere but at Ace, trying to find a convincing reason to dismiss him. Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
Oh, I see. Of course.
He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion.
No.
Well, best of luck.
No. No, 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 no. 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 Bad Ace. No.
Ow.
That is not what I meant. For no reason he could fathom, Junpei's head began to hurt.
Oh, what the hell? My head.
A sharp pain in his head. But how much time had passed, he wasn't sure. But he did notice when Ace strode through the door. His smile was more of a smirk, and he had the air of a man who knew more than his opponent.
Yes. There was something I wanted to check, if you don't mind.
Yeah? What's that?
Pardon me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest. He's gonna find the notes with the numbers, isn't he?
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Whoa, what are you putting your hand in my pocket for? Stop!
He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought. You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
Oh my god, Ace is like my favorite character. He's so good. Wow. The right drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. The left drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. A chair. Observant, aren't you? She looks kind of out of it. Is she thinking about Snake? Oh, the famous solid snake. It's a light. Well, I guess she doesn't really feel like talking. She's not really paying attention to anything, is she? Her mind must be somewhere else. This map looks weird. What is it? It's a map of the world, but with the Atlantic Ocean in the middle. That's not weird. Probably looks weird because you're not used to seeing it that way. This is the map I'm used to seeing, so... A world map of the Atlantic Ocean in the center. There's something on it. Yeah. Can I... Oh, no doubt, no doubt. There's something on it, but I can't click it. Okay. A chair. A chair. Isn't talking much. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Come on. A light. It looks kind of like a wilted flower. This must be the ship's course. Stack of nautical charts. Sweet. I think this is a nautical chart. There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route the ship's supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Probably port stops. Oh, there's probably ports like for the boat to stop at. Looks like the lines connect the dots. Interesting. Totally nautical, bruh. There are a number of red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? The nautical charts have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something? Let's see. This one's a match. Okay, so we got 7 locations connected by straight lines. We have one in what looks like New York. We got one that looks to be roughly where Tractor works. We've got one where they bless the rains down in Africa. We've got one in Australia. We got one in Japan. And I don't know, is that Madagascar? I know Madagascar somewhere around here. And each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed. That's not important. So what was the info it gave me? Shows directions of southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. There's a word next to each point on the map. Half, full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. That is speed. That's absolutely speed. Interesting. Wonder why. Hold up. Oh, well, okay, never mind. This is our speed. An engine order telegraph. They use this on old ships to adjust the speed of the ship. Yeah, they pull the lever on that, and it sets off a thing down in the engine room to let the team know to do a thing. To add more something or take less. I don't remember exactly how it works, but there's a thing to it. Like the gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. Huh? There's no handle. You're right, there isn't. Looks as though it was deliberately removed. An engine order telegraph with no handle. If we can find a replacement handle, I could probably get it to move. What's that? A compass. Oh! And what destiny does it point us to? I really hope you don't think that sounded cool. Aww. Poor Ace. A compass. The needle is pointing north, as it should. Hey, Nintendo Painter, what's up? How you doing today? A steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like the steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship, it's moving. Huh. Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. Fascinating. Yeah, I saw that din. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to actually write this down. Let's see, what can I write on? Hey, look, it's a will. It's a last testament and will of some dead person. I'm gonna write on that. Let's see, south, no, sorry, south, west, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. Did it. Interestingly enough, I don't know if I'll need the handle to be able to solve the rest of this puzzle or not, but I'm gonna try without it and see what happens. Steering wheel, steering wheel. If we move it, the direction changes. I swear I saw something that had directions on it. Maybe if I enter directions in that order. Yeah, I already figured it out, asshole. I'm not a human. South. West. Southwest. Northwest. East. North. And then, oh, what the handle came off. Stooping so low, are you zero? I mean, it worked, didn't it? The handle that came off the steering wheel. A handle. Gasp. I wonder what it's for. I gotta do the other one. Okay. Can't wait when I take this to my lawyer. They're gonna be like, what the fuck's this? I'll be like, don't worry about it. Let's see. We have full, and then we have half, and then we have slow, and then we have full again, and then we have half, dead, stop. Did it. So I sure hope this handle fits. Bam! Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine order telegraph. Yeah, let's fucking do it, dude. We want to go... Oh. We're going to go full. And then half. And then slow. And then full. And then half. We're dead. It's dead and slow. It's dead slow is fine. Dead and stat. Huh? That's weird. I thought I put in the right speed. Did I mess it up? No, I don't think so. Look, something's happened on the back wall of the wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. Kick! El Paso. Okay. There's something on the wall that looks kind of like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What the hell is this? They're names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX carrier, XX flight, XX at XX. Yeah, like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. It looks like only one of those has a time on it, though. The time on the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time? Okay, why are they showing even to the seconds? Huh. The time. Ooh! Hello. Oh! It doesn't appear to be working. let me turning the knob does nothing. Yeah, it's probably broken. It looks as though you can move the hands, however. I want to do that. Let me do that, please. I can only move the hands manually. Well, then let me do it. Or I have to put it in the door first. Looks like it's some sort of lock. It's shaped like a pocket watch. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, may need to do something with the watch first. Well, let me do it. I wanna fuck with it. Let me. Please. I know I'm supposed to put the pocket watch in this hole, but well, yeah. I just want to manipulate it. Can I please? I know what you want me to do. Am I doing something wrong here? This isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover's been smashed to pieces. The helm. Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. Okay. Actually, hang on. Oh, not that this helps. Junpei, are you trying to open that door? Forget it, it's pointless. I tried it earlier, it won't open. Yeah, I was just seeing if there's anything going on. Ah, a human hammer. They're often used to subdue large men like Seven. What? That was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Ace, you really kind of suck at making jokes. Aww, sad Ace. That was rather cruel. Aww. Just like the one on the left. It's broken though. Can't really use something that's broken. Oh, that's a little harsh. Okay, like what? I just need to know how to turn the thing on the watch. Yeah, okay, I just want to turn the thing on the watch, please. Can I please? Please? I feel like I already have everything I need to solve everything, and you just won't let me. Let's see if this will open. No, it must be locked. Looks like this is the only exit. I know, can you please? It says lock in bright red letters. Please? Just let me fix the watch. Maybe. A digital scoreboard. You got the names of the ports. It's 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. That must be a thing. Huh? Oh, perhaps. Whoa, what's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. He just took my pocket watch. Son of a bitch. Hell you doing? Just trust me. Seriously, I figure it out and you won't even let me do it. You should be fine now. Well, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back, but you don't need to look so smug about it. Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed to match it the thing. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Yeah, I figured it out. Why didn't you just let me do it? Come on, man. Yeah, just put the thing in. Just put the thing in. Yeah, see, come on. It says open. Good work. It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey, Clover, we're leaving. We unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. Oh, well, let's go then. God, she's so depressed. Yeah, game, that was a dick move. Oh, well. It's fine. Can't all be perfect, right?
A hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called.
They found themselves in a small space outside of the wheelhouse. On their left was a wooden door.
This seems to be the only route.
Yeah, let's go.
Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond.
Wow.
A telegraph room. It looks like. It's full of a manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment.
Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh? Wait, this one is...
Yeah, it's the thing. It's a Morse code transmitter, I think. Circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it.
Ah, yes. A telegraph key. These were used to
Yeah.
transmit Morse code a long time ago.
He turned and slowly took in the room.
This must be the communication office.
Makes sense. This stuff is weird, though. Across the room from the door they had entered through was another door.
And that door?
A metal plaque was nailed to it. Captain's quarters.
Huh.
That's what it says.
Then, do you think...
Ooh. Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected.
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. I thought it was going to be locked. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw... He has a watch on... Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry, and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl, and his heart tightened like a fist.
Not again.
Doesn't look like anybody we know, though, so... This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him, was beyond his control, and whatever force controlled him was driven by a determination he could not hope to match. Okay.
Damn.
A sense of helplessness, of desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that wormed its way through his body, like acid.
No, wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive.
I mean, the bracelet is still on. Fueled by that spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body, and his heart fell. Ugh. When he touched his hand to the neck,
No pulse.
his pupils had dilated and he wasn't breathing.
Well, he's dead. Damn.
Hi, Russ.
If only we knew how it happened.
Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There was a deep red wound on his chest.
These wounds. I wonder what killed him.
Probably a knife. Junpei did not have to wonder long.
It must have been this.
Or an axe. For lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. From the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. It was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood.
These clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was Zero?
I doubt it. On his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was... 0.
Bracelet 0.
It was only then that Junpei noticed the stench of blood that filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it a joke.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I think they should do? I think they should pick up the axe, and I think they should chop his hand off and take the bracelet, because the 0 bracelet would literally make it to where 2 people could go through a door instead of 3. Just saying. Well, there's blood on this chair. You think this was the dead guys? Probably. Is that a camera? A camcorder. Looks like it's pointed at the door. Well, the power's on. Why would someone want to videotape a door? Well, it's still on. If the bracelet detects that its wearer is at 0 pulse, then it pops off. It unlocks. So you would think it would be laying on the ground beside him. rather than still attached. Then again, I don't know. Maybe they just can unlock and you still have to like pull it apart. I don't know. I don't have one of these on my wrist. I don't know. You would just think it would pop open. At least that was my initial thought. Okay, more of this shit. It's a little rectangular hole. I think it's a keyhole of some sort. With the right key, I should be able to unlock it. Display is dark. I guess the power isn't on. Got to put in a passcode. I don't think it's just about numbers. There's a hole in the bottom of it right here. I think you need to put a key in first. Yeah, it's like the very first puzzle of the game. Records to a hard drive. Doesn't look like this one's recording anything. What do you mean? It's just sending whatever it sees to something. Well, what does it see? The door. Duh. It's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. I don't think there's anything special about it. Well, I'm gonna click it again, bitch. No, okay. A music box. Oh, wow, an OG music box. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, it's one of those old music boxes. How about we wind it up? That's... Why does it sound like shit? Is it broken? Pins on the cylinder are all shaped weird. I don't think those are pins. It looks like someone put something else on top of it. I think we're gonna have to take it apart to figure out what's going on, don't you? So take it apart. Why'd take it apart? All right, I guess I need a tool to do that. Small table. Okay. A bed. There's nothing in it. Well, I want to look at it though. Okay. Never mind. All right, it's all on that screen. We got... What's the deal with this? Some kind of code? There are 4 rows of numbers and letters. They all start with 0 and end with 8, F, N, or V, respectively. Maybe this has something to do with number bases? I hope not. A numeral system chart found in the captain's quarters. 10 in base 10 is written as A in hexadecimal, therefore 11 is B, blah, blah, blah. The chart showed the rules for each numeral system. This looks like it's going to be actual hell. Like actual hell. There's just some random hallway on the... I don't recognize the room on this one. I kinda do. The room on this screen looks really fancy. Screen shows what's going on in a small room I don't recognize. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switch what you see on the screens. Do you know how to work this thing? Just press buttons. Like this one. Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter, each spelling out
Z-E-R-O, huh? It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded.
Nothing.
It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. He gestured toward the corpse.
What about him? Do you think that's really 0?
Clover shook her head weakly.
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? 0 is one of us.
Yeah, right.
I know it's important to figure out who this guy is, but don't you think we should figure out how to get out of here first?
But...
Please, I don't want to waste any more time.
Clover looked miserable, as if she could start crying at any moment. Junpei just didn't have the heart to tell her no.
All right, sure thing.
Was his mind playing tricks on him, Junpei wondered? For a moment, he could have sworn he'd seen Clover smile. There's nothing on the monitor, just static. Oh, I thought it was words. Isn't the door on the screen the one right behind us? You're right. So whatever the camera sees is sent to this screen in real time. I wonder if that means something. Nothing. Looks like it doesn't work anymore. Oh, that's cute. A drawer, there's nothing inside. I'm sure that is significant, I'm just not sure how yet. They look like batteries. There's a cable running for them to the monitor. Oh, okay. A chair. A stoot. I think it's probably used to be a door. Nobody's going through it as long as there's metal plates here, though. Well, even without the metal plate, the desk's in the way. Oh, I thought it was a lock-picking set. Small screwdrivers. Excellent. A set of small screwdrivers. Perhaps we can use them to dismantle small devices. Perhaps we can. All right. Cylinder. Looks to be a cylinder for a music box. There are a number of pins and some pieces of metal that look rather like fans attached to it. Interesting. Ink? Oh! I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. And now we get some paper and roll it. There's nothing in the drawer anymore. It's an old telegraph machine. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. It's an old telegraph machine, nothing suspicious here. Hey, what's this? It's blank, there's nothing written on it. Ha! Give it to me. Now I just roll it, and if I'm right, the ink should. Oh. Just as you suspected, right? Now you have a pattern of dots and dashes on the paper. I imagine it's Morse code. These dots and lines are the dots and dashes of Morse code. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a really long cable. The tip is hooked into one of the desk's drawers. Looks as though that drawer is the only thing that's locked. I don't see a keyhole, though. Electronic lock, perhaps? Take a look at the left side of the drawer. That must mean... an early telecommunications device, most likely used to transmit a radio signal of some sort. I experimented with it earlier, but to no avail. I imagine it's broken. There's a pair of headphones on the desk. A chair. No. A light. It looks like a pretty flower. Look, a hook. That wasn't a joke. I know, man. A clock mounted on the wall. The hands aren't moving. A little surprised that time is wrong then, I suppose. There's nothing on the back. Anyway. Because people use this to communicate? Whatever it is, it doesn't work. Yeah, but like, what do you... I know, right, Jack? But yeah, I'm sitting at home, enjoying a nice game. Where are you, camera? I'm in the captain's quarters and communications room. Man, I just want to... I have a feeling that if I punch this into the machine, it'll open the thing, but I can't... Aha! It needed a different angle. Alright, I got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen, I hope. Excellent work, Junpei. You seem to have figured it out. You unlocked the drawer. Excellent. Ooh. A red file lay in the drawer.
Looks like there's something on the cover.
How'd I get to the captain's quarters? I walked through a door.
ALLICE.
It's like Alice, but not.
But isn't it supposed to say all ice? This doesn't have a space between the L and the I. Are they saying that ALLICE is a single word?
It was an interesting thought, but it left Junpei's mind quickly as he opened the file. What lay inside was far more interesting and far more confusing. Hieroglyphics? What the fuck? Each page was covered with strange characters. They looked like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There were many pages in the file, and each was full of these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him.
They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course. I can't.
Oh.
What would make you think I could?
What the hell?
Somebody call the Pharaoh. Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just one or two pages that were covered with the strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them.
Oh, the whole thing's like that.
Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file, and something fell out.
Huh? What's this?
He bent down and picked it up. Oh,
a key card.
shit. Bottom deck library. Okay. There was a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for Saturn and Mercury keycards. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
Junpei looked over to see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library, then. Is the bottom deck a library?
Well, I would assume so, Junpei.
Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
You all know me so well. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, that's good. He gripped the key card tighter and he shoved it in his pocket. New material's been added to the file screen. What is that? Unique key. It's in like a gun holster. Interesting. A key with a leather case. It isn't metal. My guess would be ceramic. Have you found a keyhole that might fit it? Yes. Yes, in fact, I have, Ace. Control panel for the electronic lock. And bam! All right. Had to put that key in and now it's on. Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen. And there are 8 of them. That probably means we gotta put in 8 digits. Do you think you can figure it out? 8 digits, huh? Once I put in the 8 number, I just press E to enter it. If I mess up, I just press C. All right, let's give it a shot. I know it. Did it. Damn. I tried. Oh, I'm aware. People kept saying, no, go back and pick the other answer. And I'm like, hey, I'm playing the game. I'll do it later. Hey, Larry. What's up? All right. Damn it. It's the passcode. I'm pretty sure I've searched every part of this room by now. I wonder why the screen just shows the exit. I mean, it's just a door. I know, right? The 4 on the bottom just say 0. The exit, and those 4 letters. Well, it can't be base 10, because... No, I didn't mean to click it. I'm sorry. But only E would go in hex. Z, R, and O don't. And oh my god. It's ridiculous math. Shut up, Treble. It's not my fault, okay? Man, that's what I'm worried about. It's all that. I don't want to figure it out. Information about Alice. I mean, Alice. Queen Alice, the mummy. Perfect. Yeah. Math. Gross. All right, so we got to figure out 0. If it's base 36, then 10 is what comes after Z, so it'd be 35 for Z, right? Right? So we'd have 35. For the E, it'd be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. R, oh God. 27. And O, 24. I mean, we'll fucking try it. All right. Wow. Okay. Good job, Junpei. Oh my God, she's not. Nah. Excellent. You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. Yeah. Let's do it. Dead. Credits. Really bad end. Yeah. Did it. Oh, never mind. Okay. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit before turning left like a great backward L.
All right, let's go.
Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran, and ran, and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door.
Next door.
He made straight for it.
Wait, a piece of paper.
He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Junpei skidded to a halt. He dropped down to his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor.
Map of the ship's interior for A-Deck.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei.
I found a map for this floor.
He showed Ace what he snatched from the wall. You mean the floor. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded.
I see.
With that, he began running again past Junpei.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this, though.
Yeah, you should. I don't think you'll need it, but sure, keep it. Yeah, he put it in his pocket, got up to follow Ace, but something stopped him.
Hey, where's Clover?
He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Damn it, what the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob.
Clover!
Huh?
As Junpei watched, she closed it gently and quietly.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
You're being awfully suspicious. Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket, as if to try to hide something.
What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
Oh, this? This is... I wonder.
What the hell?
Come on, we gotta hurry.
What the fuck? What? With that, Clover ran straight past a somewhat confused Junpei. As she did, he caught a glimpse of her back.
Clover, what's that on your back?
Sticking up from her collar was something that looked like a big... Oh no.
A stick?
Oh no.
Hey, Clover! What the hell's that thing on your back?
It's the axe! She didn't respond. Instead, she quickly turned the corner and disappeared.
Is she ignoring me? For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. I was fully expected to go around that corner and she'd just be there and just whack! Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
So this is where it ends up. Just like it says on the map.
It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His IC after reading the map himself means that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace, did he head down?
He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh, there he is.
Look, the 4 others are there too.
And not just Ace. Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well.
Let's join them.
Why are you hiding the axe, though? I mean, I guess it might not be an axe, but come on! It's so obviously an axe! They reached B deck at the same time.
Jumpy! Clover!
June's face was excited. Something had happened. That much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it!
Found what?
We found it!
What did you find?
The last door! We found door 9!
What?
Come on! Just follow us! We'll explain on the way!
Okay.
I can't wait to see how this goes horribly wrong. Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs.
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
The rest followed.
Jumpy! We finally made it!
Yeah. The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each of them felt.
Yeah, it's finally time.
Yeah, it did, but Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, or at least not just yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was.
Reached the end.
He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one.
Something's bothering me.
Same.
Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door.
Correct, but there's 2, so it's
7
fine.
of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind.
Hopefully somebody took that Zero watch.
2 people.
Bracelet, whatever.
Is there a way?
Junpei looked over at the clock.
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
Hey! Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie.
Let's go, Jumpy!
Yeah, I'm fixing my hair. Shut up. June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
She tripped and fell. She died. Junpei followed. They were quiet for a while until... C deck. They had just reached C deck when Clover spoke.
Hey, what about door 2?
Oh. Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. Seven spoke.
What about door 2?
Door 2 is the only one we haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean.
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
What's the point? Huh? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, right? And we should do what we have to do before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know? Or what? You think all 7 of us should go to door 9? And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again? Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something.
Or you go back and get the Zero watch. That could be good.
Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. Huh. I don't know what might be in there. We may not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
Yeah, you do have a point.
The others nodded in agreement.
Last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2.
They were back in front of the elevator. Nearby was the large hospital
The
room.
elevator can take us down to door 2.
Who shall go then?
Let's see.
Me. I'm going.
Then June, 7, and I need to go with her.
Hey, why do you get to...
I don't mind. We'd only waste time arguing over it.
It's true.
Jumpy, I'm okay too.
See?
Can we just go now?
Fine.
All right, let's get going.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Be careful.
Looks like this might have more to it. I can feel a train going through town. All my shit's shaking. They climbed into the elevator and Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way to the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke.
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me?
Where?
Go with you. Well, I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you?
That wasn't what I meant to... I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though. I was kidding. So, where was it you wanted to take me?
There's something I wanted to show you.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough?
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Of course.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Thanks, Junpei. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. Yeah, sure, Weirdman. Yeah. I think you have, what, like 8 points? So yeah, you can do that. You can lock it in if you want. Time seemed to drag as Junpei waited for the others to return.
They're so slow. And what's keeping Ace and Lotus?
Something's very wrong here. A single person stood there.
Clover. I guess you're the first one back.
It was only Clover inside. He didn't see the rest. This is very suspicious. But whatever. She looked at Junpei, then slowly, purposefully stepped out of the elevator. If she charges me with an axe, I'm so fucking done.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei.
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Junpei explained what had happened.
Oh, then they went over there?
Yes, that's where I just pointed. Her voice was small and timid.
Yeah, I think so.
He repeated his earlier question.
So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
Ah, shit! There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet.
Huh?
He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings.
Bracelets.
Ah, shit!
Oh my god. Oh, holy shit.
Junpei collapsed.
No. No way. No way. This has got to be some kind of joke. This can't be real.
Well, the person that I thought stabbed me in the last ending, I was thinking it could be Clover. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest, and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces.
3, 7. Oh. 6.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship.
God! Hey, Barthas, welcome to hell!
2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the peroxide of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
But why?
Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold.
Revenge for my brother.
What?
He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and 7. That's why I killed them.
But why?
But why June?
Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too.
No. No.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what had to be a dream.
No. No.
It couldn't be real. It just couldn't.
Hey, Junpei.
Oh no, here it comes! He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. That's the stuff of nightmares. Her smile was wrong, horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made from stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human.
Let's go.
Her hand reached out toward him.
Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door, you...
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this...
Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0. The captain's.
The 0 bracelet. You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
She had the same thought that I did.
Oh, this? See? You get it now? If we have the 0 bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us. See? So let's go. Come on. Hurry up.
She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had the face of a demon. But there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess, filled with love. What?
Junpei.
Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep. So deep, Junpei could feel himself falling into the... What the fuck is happening? Alright, I have 2 theories. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack and his heart began to melt.
Junpei.
The hand she was offering him, it looked so soft, so inviting.
Clover.
Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers.
Yeah?
Well... I mean, I saw it coming. Junpei died. Horribly. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, and then screamed more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually, his movement slowed, then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay?
Her smile was cold. What was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. Bad end. Wow. Let me ask you a question. Achievement unlocked. Wow. Wow. Yep. And there's an axe ending. So there's still 3 left. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, what is up with this? So there's another ending here, and there's still another ending here. But there's 3 more endings on the thing. And plus, we still need to go through this path, and this path. I've yet to do that. This path feels pointless, though, because it'll lock me into this, which is the only one that doesn't have another ending on it. But yeah, this stuff I have questions about, which I guess we'll deal with next time, because we've been going for exactly 3 hours, so it's perfect. That was a good time. We died twice. Good time. I've never been so happy to die.